And we are back. Welcome to what is probably the most pivotal night of the World Cup so far, where this evening we see Germany go up against Spain in a match where, more than likely, if the Germans don't win, their World Cup journey is going to be over just 1 week in. And what a massive shock that would be in what has already been a World Cup full of shocks. Not too many shocks yesterday, though, it has to be said. It was all in all a good day, as I did predict that it would be. Australia kicking things off with a great 1-0 win for them against Tunisia, which puts them in a great position to potentially get through in that group. And then it went all over to the big stars. Lewandowski getting a goal and assist for Poland, Kylian Mbappe getting 2 goals for France, and then Lionel Messi with a goal and an assist for Argentina, all securing a massive 3 points for all of their respective teams. And that is what you want to see at the World Cup. You want to see the best players in the world carrying their teams to glory, and we will see how it progresses for all of those respective teams as we move into the final group games next week. Of course, France now guaranteed to go through after winning their first 2 openers. As always, we are going to run through what those results have done to our prediction series before looking ahead to all of today's games, which of course includes that massive game between Spain and Germany this evening. As always, drop a like on the video if you are enjoying this series, and let's have a look at those results. So, these were the games that were, of course, played yesterday. You know how we do this by now. These are the predictions that I went for, and these were the results. Obviously, sadly, it was no points for the opening 2 games. I don't really have any complaints. I said at the top of yesterday's video, I really thought all 4 of these games could have gone any which way. And for most parts, in all of those 4 games, it looked like it could. So I'm not going to complain about the 2-0s for Australia and for the Poland-Saudi Arabia game. And of course, we did secure ourselves 1 point each for the France and Argentina wins, meaning that we secured a matchday score of 2, bringing our tournament total now up to 16. It would definitely be nice to get over the 20-point mark minimum by the end of the second round of matches going into the final group stage games. As always, let me know down in the comments how you got on, and let's get going with today's matches. And we start with the first of the big games in this group. It is Japan against Costa Rica. Japan, off the back of their incredible win over Germany, now have the opportunity to pile all of the pressure on to the Germans in this evening's game. And if Costa Rica play like they did against Spain, there's only going to be one result here. Now, obviously, we have seen over the last few days that some of these teams that didn't perform well in their opening fixtures have been able to turn it around in their second game. So, by all means, I am not going to disrespect Costa Rica and say that Japan should thrash them almost to the extent that Spain did. Of course, I'm not going to say that. But based on the opening 2 fixtures of these 2 respective teams, I have to go for a Japan win. I'm going to go for 3-0. And I think, like I say, that's justified. It wouldn't surprise me to see Costa Rica get something. But for the sake of entertainment and drama, I would love to see Japan get the win and put the pressure on the Germans. Next up, we have Belgium up against Morocco in the group that kind of was the most disappointing, I would say, from the opening games. The Belgian game against Canada, Belgium were very poor and, in my opinion, lucky to get the win. And the whole Moroccan-Croatia game was just a poor watch altogether. So I'm not really sure what's going to happen in this one. You sort of then just have to look at the teams on paper and decide who should win this game. In my opinion, that is Belgium. However, if they defend the way they defended against Canada, and some of those chances fall for the likes of Al Naziri and Hakim Ziyech, etc., I think Morocco could get something out of this game. But I'm going to go for 2-1. I think that's just about fair enough. If Belgium play to their maximum, obviously they could blow Morocco away, but I think 2-1 is about justified from the opening fixtures. Next up, it is Croatia and Canada, and kind of like what we just said, Canada very unlucky not to get anything out of the Belgium game for various reasons, and Croatia, as with Morocco, were very poor in the match against each other. So again, you sort of go into this one thinking it really depends who turns up on the night. And obviously both teams need the win. Croatia sitting on 1 point, Canada sitting on none. They are all going to be desperate to win this game. But at the same time, they also can't afford to lose, especially knowing the likes of Croatia, knowing they have to play Belgium in the final game, and Canada thinking they could potentially get something against Morocco. The mindsets are going to be very different for these 2 teams. So I think we could be in for a good game. I hope it's going to be a good game. I can't really split them right now, so I am just going to go for a cagey 1-1 draw. But my instincts tell me someone's going to nick it one way or another come the latter stages of the game. And finally, we come to Spain and Germany, where if the predictions go as they have on the screen right now, Germany will have to win, otherwise they will be out of the World Cup. And I think knowing this, one thing is going to happen, and that is that the Germans are going to absolutely go for it from kickoff. And that is what we want to see. I think if they're going to beat Spain, they're going to have to do everything in their power to stop the Spanish possession play. They're going to have to full send the press. They're going to have to hit them hard, hit them with everything they've got. And the first goal in this game is everything. If Germany get the opening goal in this game, we could be in for an absolute corker where Spain are going to have to try and break them down. Germany may then flip the switch to try and hold on, and it could be a very interesting game. I still think, from what I've seen of these two teams, from their opening games, whatever happens, Spain are going to win this game, which will mean that Germany will be out. I'm going to go for 3-2. That might be my most outlandish prediction so far. But genuinely, I think anything can happen in this game. If Spain score the first goal, like I said, the first goal is everything. If Spain score the first goal, I think it'll be 2 or 3-0 to Spain, because going behind will completely demoralise the Germans and essentially put them in a position where they'll be so desperate it will just be easy to pick them off. But if the Germans can get that first goal, I think we're in for the game of the tournament tonight. And yeah, I'm going 3-2 to Spain. I don't really think there's anything else to say about it. So let me know down in the comments what you think about that prediction. And of course, as always, let me know what you are predicting for this evening's games, because these fixtures will be available for you in the description like they always are, allowing you to copy and paste them down. Thank you very much for watching as always, and I will be back this time tomorrow morning for the final day of predictions in round 2. Thank you very much for watching.